Welcome everyone to this exciting interview segment. Today we have the pleasure of sitting down with Kate Watson, star of the Lifetime movie Who Stalked My Family. Join us as we delve into Kate's insights into her character and the challenges of filming this movie. Thank you for being here with us, Kate.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
For me. So, can you tell us a little bit about your character in
Sure.
Who Stalked
Yeah.
My Family?
And who's stalking my family? I play the character of Ivy Miller. She is, when we meet Ivy, she is a single mother. She's a professor at a college. And she's a woman who, when we meet her, is celebrating some great news. But underneath all of that, we do discover as the movie progresses that Ivy's got a lot going on. She's got a lot of layers, a lot of history that we discover throughout the film.
Great. And what initially attracted you to your role in this movie?
What initially attracted me, honestly, was the script. It's very rare that I'll read a script, a thriller script for Lifetime, especially, and be so genuinely shocked by the ending. We get very lucky when we have scripts like that because personally, I love a good surprise twist ending. And I feel like this script really, it was one of the first scripts that I've ever read that I've been genuinely shocked by the ending. So it was a fun read. It kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat. And I also love the appeal of playing a single mom. I grew up with a single mom, and that was something that I think, to reflect that in a film is really important and resonated with me.
Great. And what do you think makes this movie so special and captivating? And what do you hope audiences will take away from it?
Um, well, I mean, I'll leave that up to the audience to really determine what to take away from it. That's not my job as an actor. But my hope, at least what I took away from the film personally, was first of all, it's a wonderfully exciting, intense ride. I think that it's certainly something that we tried our best to keep very grounded in the sense of the intensity and the thrill aspect of it is very real and could happen in daily life. It's not something that's kind of a fantasy thrill ride. It's a very real possibility. Some of the themes throughout the film are very real themes for people today, and certainly something that I think will resonate from a very human aspect. I also think that the silver lining of the story is very important, and one that really resonates with a lot of women, especially, is one of, perseverance, and one that really champions women who make peace with their choices and their histories and prevail. So, without spoiling it.
Yeah. And what was it like working with the rest of the cast and crew on set?
Yeah, the cast was wonderful. The crew was fantastic. We filmed this film in Atlanta, Georgia. So shout out to our amazing crew that worked tirelessly. They were so professional and so focused. And the same thing goes for our wonderful director, Jeff Hare, who just came to set every day with a vision and communicated what his vision was and worked with all of our actors. And then the actors, in turn, my fellow castmates, were wonderful. They were very prepared, very focused, really open and ready to kind of lean in any direction that the scenes took us in and the direction to try things. So it was a very quick shoot. And so we all kind of had to come prepared with our A game. And I think we all did that. So thank you to everyone who worked on this film.
Great. And what can you tease about your character journey?
What can I tease about my character's journey? I think the most exciting thing about this film is that it does take you in so many directions. And just when you think you might know somebody, you might not know somebody. So it really is a film that kind of takes you through this twisted turny ride of figuring out, who's coming after Ivy. And by the way, I should probably set up the film a little bit. My character being a single mother and a professor, with a daughter is kind of thrown into this position where she feels like her life is in jeopardy, that someone is coming after her. This film also deals with domestic violence a bit too, so trigger warning for those that will be watching. She's got a sister who is struggling with that. And so we kind of hit these topics that are very real, especially for women today. And it does keep you guessing in the intensity of the scenes of who is kind of coming after Ivy.
Okay, amazing. And
Mhm.
what was your favorite scene or moment while filming
Oh.
this movie?
My favorite scene was actually, I think, a bit of a scene that was left on the cutting room floor. I hate to say, but it happens. We had this one scene that was about 7 minutes long, about 7 pages long, a very big scene. And the person that was in the scene with me, we actually had the opportunity to rehearse the evening before so we could show up ready the next morning to shoot it. And I remember this one take, which is not the take that they ended up using in the scene, but needless to say, I think the scene is still it's still there. But I remember having this very real moment with this scene partner and my voice kind of cracking. And that's that guttural feeling that you feel when your voice just kind of can't keep up with your emotions. And I remember hearing cut after that scene, and I was really gutted. So I think that, and in spite of them not using that take, I think the essence of the scene is still there. It's a really touching scene and one that is full of, um, a lot of different emotions that you'll experience. It kind of starts somewhere and then goes somewhere else.
Amazing. Change of subject.
I'm
What
sorry?
change of subject?
Yes.
What have been some of the most memorable projects you have worked on throughout your career, and why for you?
Some of the most memorable projects that I've worked on. I actually just got back about a month ago from Kentucky, where I was fortunate to work on a film that involved horses. And I grew up with horses and have such a deep, profound love for horses. And being able to work with them was just an incredible experience and one that I kind of felt like I dreamed up. So that was wonderful. And also, oddly enough, I think in a film that I did several years ago, playing an army sergeant, um, digging into the world of people who are of service for this country, and what that entails and that mindset and physicality was a great challenge and also one that really opened my eyes and was a great learning opportunity for me to also experience. So those two were really big standouts that I'm very grateful for and that I loved.
Great. A quick question. At Survivor
Mhm.
shows, we are big fans of Christmas rom-coms.
Mhm.
What is your all-time favorite?
Oh, so am I. And around this time of year, I start, and I tend to watch the same film several times every single year. But one that comes to mind, I'm sure, like many, many people, is The Holiday.
Yeah,
I watch that at least like 70 times a year. I just never get sick of it. How heartwarming it is, and the beauty of the film and the charm of the film. It's a hard one to top for me. So I watch that kind of on a loop throughout the holiday season.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
Right. Yeah.
So, the last question. Can you tease something about your next projects?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see what's kind of coming up, but I will say that the horse film that we just filmed should be very exciting. It's a really fun, interesting story about racing horses in the Kentucky Derby. So stay tuned for when that will come out as well. And it's a thriller as well.
It's amazing. So,
Yeah,
this is it.
great. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. It was a pleasure.
Make sure, for me too, make sure all of you to watch Who Stalked My Family on Lifetime Movie Network this Thursday night. Thank you again, Kate, to join us today.
Great. Thank you so much.
And thank you all for watching. Bye!
Ciao.